So what I said is that tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning how to create content for our Amazon. You understand? So that's what we are going to be looking at basically today. So using some software that will make life easier for us. So please pay attention to what I'm going to be doing tonight. So make sure you get all the information. So yesterday we created a table of content for um, the book we want to be writing about tonight. So now this is the table of content we created. We created this table of content. It's about search engine optimization. Look at it. So this is the content what we're going to be creating tonight. So we're going to do the much you can do. Then you guys can now go ahead. I believe by when I've done 2 or 3, you're supposed to have learned it. So pay attention. Like I said again, we're going to be using a template we have already designed. If you check the WhatsApp group I sent it there, it's called sample document. It's called sample document, even though I have renamed it to search engine optimization for beginners. So, but this is the template here. So what is contained in this template? Let me just open it up. What is contained there is basically something like this. This is what you see normally. Let's put topic. So what you see there is topic, subtopic, the name of the author. So what you need to do is just change this to the topic you're writing about, change this to the subtopic you're writing about, change this to the author's name, the same thing, change this to the author. Please don't forget to change these things. If you don't change this thing, this book will be rejected. I'm telling you the fact. They're going to reject it. So you don't want to make that mistake. Then your table of contents is going to be here. Then you can now start up with your introduction and go down. Now, this is how the sample document looks like. This is basically how the sample document looks like. So there is no much big deal there. It's just normal Microsoft Word, though it was formatted. So that's why I say you need to have it. You need to have a copy of it. Now, when you have a copy of it, look at the original copy. This is how it looks like. This is called sample document. You understand? So always have a copy of this sample document. You understand? So that each time you want to write or create a new book, you just pick it up, then rename it to the book you want to write. Like you can see here, this is the book I'm writing about today, Communication in Relationship. This is the book I'm writing about today. So I see it, this same time sample document I'm using, the same thing goes here. This is the same sample document. I'm using it for this search engine optimization for beginner, which is what we are doing tonight. So now what you want to do is, after you have gotten access to this sample document, you might want to start filling it up with information, necessary information. What is our title? Our title says search engine optimization for beginners. So you might want to centralize this, make it all capital letters as the case may be. Now, what is the subtitle? The subtitle say how to optimize your website and rank higher on Google search and drive more traffic. So you might just want to change this thing to your subtitle as well. Then the name of the author, remember how we did it yesterday? We got a different name. This was generated from fake name generator, and this one was gotten by picking names of authors, existing authors. So whichever one you use is gonna fly. So I'm gonna go for this for now. I'm gonna go for this. So I want to put it here. Then the same thing go here. I'm going to change this to the author's name as well. You can see. Now you can see my book is already taking shape. You can see everything is taking shape gradually. So this is the search engine optimization for beginner, how to optimize, everything is just taking shape gradually. Now my table of content is going to be coming here. So I might want to just pick up these things starting from the introduction, this is the whole of the table of content, and I might just want to paste it here. You understand? So I'm putting it here. This is my table of content. So you might want to style your own, just do one or two things to make it look much better. Just take your time. I'm a little bit fast. So, but at your own time, take time to uh, organize your thing. So make it look catchy, make it look attractive. So if you have better ways of doing table of content, please, you might also want to adopt that. So just do that and um, go your way. Okay, let's do this. Not really. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, let's just maintain this for now. Let's maintain this for now. Let me just use this for now. Okay, you can see that. So this is my conclusion. So you can see my table of content here. I might want to make this a little bit bolder, bigger than before. So this is it. So I'm good to go. The next thing is my introduction. This is where my introduction starts. So I just want to drag this thing up here. I want to bring it up. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Okay. I think we have passed. Now, if you're using laptop, you might just want to start each new chapter from the right hand side. But if you are not using laptop, just ignore this. Doesn't matter. It's not going to cause you any problem. So, but if you're actually using laptop, you might just want to organize it here. It makes your work look neater and better. But if you are not, just don't bother about it. It's not gonna do anything to you. It's not gonna make your work to be rejected or anything. Just do your thing. Now, introduction. When we talk about introduction, what do we mean? Introducing something, we're trying to write about. Our topic says what? Search engine optimization for beginner. I might want to go to the internet and start looking for introduction to search engine optimization. Probably I might use it, or those websites I got information from, I might want to start, pushing them up I might want to just open them up all in my browser so that I might see if I can just pick information from any of them. So I think that's what we're going to be doing right away. Let me just start opening some of them on the browser already so that I can just, okay, see if I can grab information from there. Now, there's two software, like I told you before, we are going to be using again for what we are doing. The first one is uh, Quillbot, and the other one is Duplichecker. So also we have Grammarly. We have Grammarly. So, but I'm still gonna show you what all this thing does for you and how it help you in your research efficiency. So how it makes things more efficient for you, especially when it comes to what you're doing, which is what more of research. Okay, this is this. Okay, let us look. So okay, let's check this. What is this? Okay. Okay, learn basic of search engine optimization about the book. Okay. So, um, now, like I said, we have two softwares we're going to be exploring. Now, one is what? Quillbot. Quillbot. This is Quillbot. The other one is Duplichecker. The other one is Duplichecker. I've sent all this link to you to the WhatsApp group. The other one is Duplichecker. Another one is Grammarly, which you people are familiar with. So I know most of you will be familiar with Grammarly. Now, um, the problem with Grammarly is, some of the things, Grammarly has a premium version. Even all these ones I'm showing you, also they also have premium version. It's just that the non-premium version of some of this one is somehow better than Grammarly because they give you they give you a better response. You understand? They give you a better response to what you're actually looking for. They can tell you that you have error somewhere here in your book, so correct it. But Grammarly will just tell you that you have error. They won't tell you where exactly the error is coming from or how you're going to go about it. So that's why some of these ones are better off in the non-premium version. What I normally advise is, if you guys have money, you can come together, buy the premium version if you want, or you can join our premium team. There's a premium team we have. I think you just subscribe to join it, then you have access to the premium version of this thing, but it's still not compulsory. The free version will serve you 100%. There's a lot of our students that are still using the free version and no complaints. So the free version is just good. Now the only difference between the free version and the paid version is that there's a limitation to what you can do. You understand? Just as you know, something that is not free, there's limitation in the sense that there's a number of words you can paraphrase at a time. There's a number of words you can check for plagiarism at a time. There's a number of words you can check for a grammar a grammar check at a time. You understand? But in the premium version, you can put as the whole your entire book at once and paraphrase it. You can put your entire book at once, check for grammar, check for plagiarism and make your corrections and go your way. Everything just at the same time. You understand? But with this one, you just be doing things bit by bit and still it's still efficient. Just that stress of doing it one by one. But no matter how stressful it is, in a day you can write one book. Trust me, you can write one book in a day. So no matter, even if you bring out like 3 hours, 4 hours, you're done with a book with this method, you understand? So but remember what I say, please don't abuse this method. Don't even abuse it at all because you're definitely going to be the one to suffer it at the end of the day. Going further, our this thing says search engine optimization. Okay. Let me just see if I can make a research on introduction to search engine optimization. Okay, let me just start with this first. Introduction to search engine optimization. Okay, let me check what this article have. I also check what this article have. This is a PDF. Okay, let me just check them out, then see if I can pick information from there. So this is basically how you begin with your search. Now look at what this guy said. This is the introduction you have here. Search engine optimization, more commonly referred to as SEO, is one of the most critical aspects of blah 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 blah. Now always try to read through your content. Read through your content. You understand? Follow marketing efforts. Refer to the following SEO introduction for beginners. Okay. So for more information about SEO and how to participate, okay. So you can see this is the only place I can pick this information from. So this is the information I need here. This one says search engines, why successful strategy, blah, 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 blah. So always read through what you are getting. This is the information you are researching. This is what we got. So remember, we are trying to build the introduction aspect. So now, as I got this information, what I do next is, on a normal day now, what you're supposed to do now is to try to understand this thing, then rewrite it in your own language. You understand? That's basically how research is supposed to be. Get information, you try to put it in your own language. Even though most of the time people that are doing things like all these their projects, when they get this information, they just put it directly into their book. They don't even go further to check it, because most of the book research you do is offline. You understand? So once it's offline, nobody has time to know whether it's pagarized or not. But in this case now, if you are making research, you need to work on it, because once this information is already existing in the internet, Google can easily, Amazon can easily detect that you are not the original owner of this content, and that you didn't do the necessary thing you need to do after making research on this. So that's what these tools are going to be doing for you. Instead of you now being the one stressing yourself, then these tools are going to be serving as an AI to help you do this, rewriting of this whole thing, so that it will now be your own word. So I'm going to pick this as particular line, and I'll put it to my Quillbot first. So I'm pasting it on the Quillbot. So I'll click on what? Paraphrase. So see what will happen. So Quillbot would want to rewrite this thing for me. So you can see Quillbot have rewrite it for me. Now, what will I do again? I don't need to base on this one information. I copy it again, the entire thing that has been paraphrased. Delete this one again. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. I copied the paraphrased one, I put it back here, I paraphrase it again. I'm doing it for the second time now. So I'm going to also do it for the third time. Now, why am I doing this thing? To be sure that I've changed this thing to to be free from plagiarism in any way. You understand? Possibly you can do it more than two, 3 times. You can do it more than 3 times. You can do it more than 3 times if you want. So you can see I have this again. I can still copy this again and do it for the word for the third time. So let me do it again. I paste. Let me do it again. So you can see what I have here. So maybe now you're okay. You can see search engine optimization, more frequently referred to as SEO, is one of the most crucial components of marketing. You understand? As such, whether you are seeking to promote your blog or your corporation, blah 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 blah, you can see. So this is good. I'll copy it. Now the second step I do, even after doing this thing, I might not trust the whatever happened. I'll still go and check for plagiarism. Now that's where the Duplichecker comes in. What Duplichecker does for you, it's help you to check for plagiarism. So just scroll down. The disadvantage, another thing with Duplichecker, it has a lot of advert there, so just ignore it. Just paste these things inside here. Just paste those words inside here. Now just scroll down, check this thing that you're not a robot. Check that you're not a robot. Then try to check for plagiarism. Once it has confirmed that you're not a robot, then you now go ahead to check for plagiarism. Now, while you are doing this thing, even after you have done this paraphrasing for even like 4 or 3 times, still don't um, have this belief that, so you just need to check whether it's a robot or not. So that's the next thing you need to do. So once it's tick good, you just need to check for plagiarism. Now just check for plagiarism. So it's going to start counting down to 100. So if there's any plagiarism, it's going to tell you there's plagiarism. You can see this is 100%, it's 100%, and the plagiarism is 0. So at this point now, you can satisfy that this that what you are the word you actually paraphrased, that there is no plagiarism in it. So you can now actually transfer it back into your Microsoft Word, or the place you are actually writing. So I can actually paste this word now here with all assurance that there is no plagiarism on it. So this is how you keep progressing, getting information from different source, to go on for your introduction. So this is just how this let's take for instance, you just keep getting information about, like, let's just pick this, let's assume this is the information, more information about what to use in introduction. So what you need to do still is to keep, paraphrasing all the informations you want. Okay, so we just paste this and paraphrase more. Sorry, I think I'm not logged in. Let me just log in. So let's paraphrase. So remember what I told you, once you paraphrase, you copy it, you paraphrase what you have paraphrased before. You understand? So once you paraphrase it again. So let's copy it again. This is the third time. So let's delete these ones. Delete. Let's paste it again. Paraphrase again. So this is the third time I'm paraphrasing this. So now with this, now you can see that it has actually changed this to an extent. So you can actually go further again to check for plagiarism again, whether there's plagiarism in it. So confirm also whether you're a robot or not. So check for plagiarism. Let's check for plagiarism again. So 60% complete. So you can see it's showing here that it's zero plagiarism. So, and it's still 60%. So we still have more 40% check to make. So it's 100% and there's no plagiarism. So that means that word is plagiarism free. So you can actually transfer it into your book. So if this is enough, like maybe you are done with the introduction, you need to start going to the next phase, which is what? Your chapter one. Your chapter one, you start with what? What is XCO? So this is just how you keep progressing in this order. I might not have enough time to start doing the whole book for you, but this is just the process towards it. So um, this next thing is just you need to research on what is XCO. Definitely, you just need to go to the internet and research again what is XCO. So you get information just the same way. What is SEO? Okay, let's look at this, and also let's look at this. So we have here what is SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization, blah blah blah. And so let's look at this content. What is XEO? I think this one is more detailed, so we can start by picking up the information from here. Let me just pick this information. Okay, stop here. Okay, the next thing, once we pick the information, then we just go ahead. Okay, let's delete all this. Let's paste this here and paraphrase it as well. Let's paste this here and paraphrase. Okay, it's done paraphrasing. So the next thing we do is copy it again. We copy it, remove this, and try paraphrasing what you have paraphrased. This is the second time we're doing this. The second time. So we're done. We copy this content again, remove the existing one, paraphrase what we are paraphrasing the third time. So now this time you might want to check for plagiarism now. So let's check for plagiarism. We are paraphrasing for the third time and we believe that it should be plagiarism free by now. So let's check for Robert, like, and then check for plagiarism. So let's see the result. Now you need to know that sometimes, if you don't paraphrase it very well, it might be showing you that there are some plagiarism in it. So, but if you follow this method, you can do it more than 3 times, you can do it like 4 times. Trust me, there won't be plagiarism when you have tried it over and over again. You can see all the results I'm getting. This is completely free from plagiarism, and that's how wonderful it is. So this is 91%, and this is, you can see, 100%. That means 0% plagiarism, 100% uniqueness. So you can see the scores, like, now this is the word. Now sometimes when you get plagiarism, when there's plagiarism, it's, you know, this software will help you to just highlight the areas. Maybe you can see something like it's telling that this area is plagiarized, there's plagiarism here, as the case may be. But if you follow these instructions very well, you will not have any issues like plagiarism. If you paraphrase it very well, you just keep just flowing and nothing will ever stop you, you understand? So that's just the good news. So this is how you just keep progressing, based on your table of content, picking this information one after the other, you know, uh, building up your book until you get to the last phase. You understand? Now, what I normally recommend is you reading through what you are doing. Please, a lot of people will just keep just picking information from the internet without actually going through what they are writing. So it's quite important that you actually read. That's why I recommend take your time to create your content. Don't just rush it probably because you find an easy way to it, then you can just do whatever you want. No, that is not the thing. Read what you are paraphrasing, read what you are, you know in this content you are researching, and the ones that have been paraphrased, read them and make sure that you are getting meaning from it and actually is making sense. Then that's when you can now actually start you know putting the information into your Microsoft Word and all that. So that's basically how to create content. You keep doing it until you get to the last introductory conclusion side. So when you conclude this book, then we're in chapter 1 here. So you have to go through down here, do your chapter 2, do your chapter 3, do your chapter 4. So if you are very fast enough, at least this will not take you so much time, at least. But I always recommend like 2 3 days, spend it so that you have time to read through this content and do everything. But if you are fast enough, now in a day you can be writing one book, you understand? So just do it as little as more. Your books might not be, the content shouldn't be too voluminous, but if you want, you can make it. It all depends on you. So this is basically how you keep going with creating content, doing the chapters, filling up the information for the subtitles and all these things, just researching information, paraphrasing it, and making sure that the information you are getting is 100% plagiarism free, so that when you publish this book, nobody's gonna trouble you, nobody's gonna you know um, penalize you or block your book for plagiarism, you understand? So because you actually did your work very well, and you make your research very well, and I think that is it. Now for those using the if you have money if you buy Grammarly, you can also be using Grammarly to do your plagiarism check and all those things. But I think this software is very efficient. The only challenge with Quillbot is if you are using uh, the the free version, you just have 1,000 words you can you can check for plagiarism at a time. The same thing goes with Quillbot. Now, if you're using Quillbot, you have just 125 words you can paraphrase at a time. You can see that I paraphrase 231 words. I'm using a premium version. So um, I will also give you guys tips on how to get a premium version of Quillbot, and also um, you understand, so that it will make life more easier for you people, you understand. So I will do a video on that maybe in my next section on how you can get a free version. So once you get this course, definitely I think there will be a follow-up video on how you can actually install a premium Quillbot and all those things. So I think this is basically this for that. So just this is just the process. You keep progressing until you get your content done. So thank you guys.